LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw, and please welcome the WWE Champion, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, who addresses his upcoming Elimination Chamber matchup here tonight. The WWE Champ is back. He looks better than ever. Shout out to Joe Mashups. You're the man. You know it too. Roman Reigns making his way to the ring. We already know a couple of his challengers for the Elimination Chamber after last week's qualifying matches. But tonight, Reigns makes his way to the ring. We're going to see what the Tribal Chief has to say about his upcoming matchup. It's going to be a hell of a matchup at the Elimination Chamber, just with the names that are already confirmed to be in. Of course, last week, Shinsuke Nakamura qualified for the Elimination Chamber inside of that big triple threat matchup, and Rey Mysterio, the living legend, qualified as well. We have a couple more qualifying matches coming up a little bit later tonight. Throughout the night, we've got a very big night of Universe ahead of us, but Roman Reigns is here, so without any further ado, let's hear from the WWE Champion. 9 nights ago, I made a man who everyone called the biggest name in all of WWE. The biggest name of all time was forced to acknowledge me. And I smashed Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wrecked him so bad that he's back in Texas, drowning his sorrows in his shitty American lager. Now, I'm on track to the main event of WrestleMania. Because whether it's AJ Styles or anyone else, I'm gonna smash my way through the main event. Because whenever the Tribal Chief steps in the ring, it's the main event. I'm going to smash my competition. I'm going to stack them. And I'll wreck everyone. Because I'm in God mode, man. Whoa, hang on a minute. Well, it's not often someone's got the guts to interrupt the Tribal Chief. There's the glorious one, Robert Roode, out here in a full suit. Robert Roode returned to his glorious roots 7 days ago, costing himself and LA Knight the Raw Tag Team Championships. But now Robert Roode is out here to confront the Tribal Chief. Robert Roode has stepped in the ring. And now Roman Reigns stepping up to him. Roode and Reigns face to face. It's been a very long time. Good evening, champ. Pardon the interruption, but I believe after wasting my time for the last 6 months, I believe it's time I reintroduce myself. I am the glorious Robert Roode, the longest reigning WWE Champion in LS11 Universe, and the last person to defeat Roman Reigns in a World Championship match. Now, I know that there are many questions about what happened last week and I will sum it up simply as this. Everything MVP told me last week was true. LA Knight was dead weight and an anchor that dragged me down to the hardcore title and cost me a match to freaking Danhausen. So I dropped that dead weight last week, and now I'm back for what is mine. And Roman, you have what's mine. So I thank you for taking out Cesaro and making things a little easier at Bad Blood. But now I will be taking back what's mine. Because last I recall, Bad Blood over a year ago when you and I had a match, I planted you on your head, pinned you to the mat, and held up that WWE title you now hold. I'm a different man than when we last met, Roode. If you think you're going to walk through me like you did last time, you're sorely mistaken. Well, as it turns out, Roman, I have a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber tonight. So, after I beat Big E, I'll be seeing you again very, very soon. History will then repeat itself, and it will be absolutely glorious. The Glorious One is back. And now we're going to kick Raw off with a tag team matchup with the winners taking on the new Raw Tag Team Champions at the Elimination Chamber. As here comes the team of O-Miz to the ring. Maurice in the Miz and Omos's corner. As Miz and Omos making their way to the ring. Now that they're new champions, the rankings for the tag titles, the contendership ranks, have pretty much been reset. Everyone's got a fresh chance to get a shot at the new champions. So Miz and Omos looking to do just that tonight. As they make their way to the ring, they're going to be taking on a team that's had a lot of issues with the Hurt Business these last several months. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day, making their way to the ring. Woods and Kingston making their way to the ring. Pancakes and a trombone. Such a weird combination. But it's been their thing for years, so I can't really say much, I suppose. Woods and Kofi making their way to the ring, though. The New Day looking to get their shot at Tag Team Gold. Something they haven't had in quite a while. Tag Team Gold is something that the New Day has never held in the LS11 Universe. Kofi and Woods have never held gold here on the channel. Crazy as that might sound. They make their way to the ring tonight. We got a big tag team matchup. It's our first matchup on Raw with a huge night of action ahead of us. Miz and Kingston starting it off. Here we go. As now, Kofi throws Miz towards the corner. Miz with a jab. Knocks over the back with a right hook. Rolls him through. Miz cover. One. No. Kofi immediately kicks out. Miz off the ropes. There's a boot to Kofi Kingston. Miz now getting Kofi back up to his feet, and Miz with a jab. With a chop. Miz firing away on Kofi. Knocking him back, and Kofi Kingston kicks him in the ribs. Kofi fires back. Drop kick. Sends Miz on his back to the floor. Tagman Xavier Woods is in now. And now Woods coming after the Miz. Woods grabs onto him. Pulls Miz in, and a punch to the face. Woods now with a kick to the back, grabs onto the Miz, and slams his arm into the mat. Woods grabs onto Miz, drops the fist across the head. Breeze holding her head on that one. Woods now gets Miz back up to his feet. And now Miz rolls through, hops up to his feet. Miz into an arm drag on Xavier Woods. And the Miz grabs Woods, throws him across the ring, off the ropes. Miz, whoa, Xavier Woods with a punch to the back. And now Woods coming up the ropes. Woods, big running it. Flatliner takes down Miz. Kofi tagged in now as Miz crawls. Oh boy, here comes the Giant. Here comes Omos. Omos is in. That 7 foot tall Nigerian monster. Omos is in. Omos now grabs Kofi. Military press. Oh, just doing some press-ups in the air as well. Drops him. Down goes Woods as well. Omos into an elbow. Omos now gets Kofi Kingston back to his feet. Omos. Oh, Kofi kicks at the knee. Now Kofi Kingston. Omos pushes him down. Omos grabs Kofi, pulling him away from Woods. And Omos boots him. And now Omos knows the drill. He tags in Miz. Miz runs into the ring. Cover on Kingston. 1, 2. Xavier Woods makes the save. And now Miz going after Xavier Woods. Miz grabs Woods, punches him in the back, and Woods thrown out of the ring. Whoa, Kofi grabs Miz now, and Kofi Kingston with the Miz taking him towards the ropes. Kofi puts Miz into the corner. Kofi grabs onto him. Throws him across the ring, and now Miz runs towards the corner. Kofi with a clothesline. Nearly took his head off with that one. Kofi Kingston grabs him, kicks him in the ribs, and Kofi jumping neck breaker to Miz. Kofi now, here we go, coming off the ropes for the boom drop to Miz. Kofi's got him down into a cover on the A-lister. 1, 2, Miz kicks out. And now Kofi getting Miz back up to his feet. Whoa, hang on at ringside. The referee's focusing on the action on the inside of the ring. There's Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business. Lashley grabs Woods on the outside, and Lashley with the Dominator to Woods on the outside. Ref has no clue it's happened. Oh, hang on. And now Kofi concerned about his friend on the outside. No. Miz. Skull-crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. Well, the referee had no clue that Bobby Lashley attacked Xavier Woods on the outside. Kofi gets hit with skull-crushing finale. Miz and Omos are going to the Elimination Chamber to challenge the Hurt Business. Come on, man. Man, it is a darn shame what happened to New Day. But you know what's not a shame? Cameron Grimes being hardcore champion for 21 days. Taking this title to the... Hang on a minute, aren't you? Oh my God, that's Veer. Guys, Veer! Veer just hit the $1 million arm. Veer just won the hardcore title backstage. Well, it's just a million miles a minute here on Raw tonight, isn't it? As we move straight into another bit of action. We've already seen Miz become #1 contenders to the Raw Tag Team titles. Veer has made his return. He has finally come back to Monday Night Raw and captured the hardcore title backstage. And now we move into the third Elimination Chamber qualifier. Time to fill the fourth slot alongside Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Rey Mysterio. Here comes DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC to the ring. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC, former Intercontinental Champion, on his way to the ring. Set to try and make the whole world feast their eyes. DIJAKOVIC looking to make the world feast their eyes and trying to get himself his first world title opportunity. Here comes now the original bro to the ring. Matt Riddle is here. So now Riddle and DIJAKOVIC gonna go one-on-one tonight. The next slot in the Elimination Chamber on the line, of course, Riddle and Roman Reigns have some history here in LS11 Universe. They did battle a lot in Season 2 last year, where Riddle attempted to become WWE Champion only for Roman Reigns to keep getting in his way, and vice versa. That matchup that Robert Roode alluded to earlier tonight, where he was the last man to beat Roman Reigns in a world title match, and he was. Matt Riddle was involved in that matchup, and there were multiple times in that match where Riddle came very close to becoming WWE Champion. So now Riddle and DIJAKOVIC going at it as DIJAKOVIC throwing some stiff strikes early on here to Riddle. Knocking him back, Riddle goes into the corner, and now DIJAKOVIC. Whoa! Throw to the top rope, springs back in, there's an elbow to Riddle. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC. Oh my god! Look at that headstand into a Bronco Buster. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC coming out of the gate here against Riddle. DIJAKOVIC with a right hand knocks him back. Riddle now firing back on DIJAKOVIC, spinning back fist. Kicking him in the ribs repeatedly now is Riddle. DIJAKOVIC goes down into the corner. DIJAKOVIC with a kick. I apologize if you can hear my chair creaking. I'm having to use a different chair compared to normal. It's very, very uncomfortable. So now Riddle coming off the ropes, and Matt Riddle went for a senton. DIJAKOVIC got the knees up. DIJAKOVIC with a boot to Riddle. And now DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC grabs onto Riddle, throws him across the ring into the corner. Big elbow strike connects again. DIJAKOVIC grabs onto Riddle, set the powerbomb into a cover. One, no, Riddle gets the shoulders up. DIJAKOVIC back to his feet, there's a kick to Riddle. DIJAKOVIC now gets Riddle back up to his feet, there's a jab to the ribs. Now Riddle with DIJAKOVIC over the top, out to the floor, spills DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC. And now the referee telling Riddle to give DIJAKOVIC some space to get back into the ring. And he does. Here comes DIJAKOVIC. Riddle with a leaping forearm into another. And now Matt Riddle tucks him. Pele kick. DIJAKOVIC drops. Into a cover now goes Riddle. One. Kick out from DIJAKOVIC. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC kicks out. Riddle getting him back up. DIJAKOVIC. Uppercut to the original bro. And DIJAKOVIC knocking him back. There's a punch to the gut, knocking back Riddle. Now Matt Riddle with DIJAKOVIC off the ropes. They collide. And now Riddle grabs onto him. Matt Riddle with DOMINIK into the ropes. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC gets kicked in the knee. Riddle grabs him now, and Matt Riddle punches him in the back. Does it again. Down goes DIJAKOVIC. And now Riddle, what's he thinking here? Riddle grabs DIJAKOVIC by the head, and Riddle punching DIJAKOVIC in the head now. DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC goes down. Now DIJAKOVIC gets picked back up. Riddle scoops him up and suplexes him. Riddle going to the top rope. Riddle gonna look for floating bro. Nearly got it, and DIJAKOVIC now has got himself in perfect position for a big boot to Riddle. DIJAKOVIC now gets caught. Riddle takes him down. Riddle with an MMA takedown there. Gets DIJAKOVIC back to his feet. Roundhouse kick. Oh, and Riddle into Bro Mission. Bro Mission is in from Riddle. Riddle looking for the win here, trying to tap DIJAKOVIC out. Bro Mission is in, but DIJAKOVIC stretches it back out and knocks Riddle back. DIJAKOVIC now gets caught with a right hook. There's a slap. DIJAKOVIC with a hip toss. Riddle goes down. Now DIJAKOVIC. Right hand to the back of Riddle. DIJAKOVIC grabs him for feast your eyes. Cover. 1, 2. Riddle kicks out. Riddle staying alive as DIJAKOVIC went for a kick. Riddle, big bicycle knee. DIJAKOVIC goes down. And now DIJAKOVIC gets dragged away from the ropes. DIJAKOVIC now. Riddle grabs the leg and turns him over. Riddle turns DIJAKOVIC over, and Riddle right back in. Bro mission, but there was a rope break. Rope break saves DIJAKOVIC. Referee into the cover now. 1, 2. DIJAKOVIC kicks out. DIJAKOVIC kicks out. Riddle standing tall. Matt Riddle goes towards the corner. Riddle goes up. Riddle to the top rope. Riddle ready to aim. Here we go. Riddle gets off the ropes instead. Springboard big kick to the back of the skull. DIJAKOVIC goes down now. Riddle grabs him. Riddle going after the ankle. We've seen Riddle use an ankle lock in the past for successful wins. Most notably, the last person to beat Brock Lesnar was Matt Riddle's ankle lock. Floating bro connects from Riddle. Cover. 1, 2. DIJAKOVIC kicking out. And now Riddle grabs onto him. Riddle with a kick to the back. DIJAKOVIC gets back to his feet. For a clothesline. Riddle firing away. Riddle with a roundhouse kick. DIJAKOVIC's down. Riddle now. Oh my god, look at the strength from Riddle. Gut wrench. Floats over. And Riddle with a second one. Throws him across the ring. Riddle with a freakish amount of strength on that one. And now Riddle stalking DIJAKOVIC. Grabs him. Riddle grabs onto him again. Riddle back in. Bro mission. Back in on DIJAKOVIC. Riddle with bro mission. He might have him here. This could be all she wrote. DIJAKOVIC's giving up, and Matt Riddle is the 4th man going to the Elimination Chamber. Matt Riddle will once again fight for the WWE Championship. This time inside the 2 miles of steel. Matt Riddle with a huge victory there. DIJAKOVIC came close a couple times, but ultimately Riddle hits the floating bro. Bro mission goes in, and Riddle is your winner. That is a huge victory for Riddle. The 4th man inside the Elimination Chamber. We'll know the 5th man later tonight, and the 6th man will be named next week. So, let's move on with more of Monday Night Raw. Oh, hang on! Backstage! Rhea Ripley! Ripley! We saw her come unhinged against Lita last week. Ripley attacking another one of her opponents in Bianca Belair. Punches her in the back, and Rhea Ripley throwing her into those steel guardrails backstage. Rhea Ripley attacking the EST. Oh my god! At this point, Rhea Ripley is going to seriously end up hurting and taking someone out of the Elimination Chamber, which might be her goal, I don't know. But she has completely become unhinged. Last week it was Lita, this week it's Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley is out of control. As we come back to the ring, Dana Brooke is making her way to the ring. She has the misfortune of being the woman taking on the returning Women's Royal Rumble winner and the woman who will challenge Rhea Ripley or the winner of the Raw Women's Championship Elimination Chamber match at WrestleMania. Dana Brooke is going to be going one-on-one with Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez making her way to the ring. She made an emphatic return at the Royal Rumble, booting Charlotte Flair out, throwing Bianca Belair over the top, and winning the whole thing after returning from her injury. And now tonight, she is back here on Raw. This is her first matchup since winning the Rumble. She'll be going one-on-one with Dana Brooke. Raquel Gonzalez is here. Gonzalez versus Brooke one-on-one. Without any further ado, here we go. Oh, Raquel went to run in, but Dana Brooke got the early jump on her here. Dana Brooke up to the middle rope. Raquel throws a knee at her now, and Raquel for another boot. Dana Brooke gets kicked in the knee now, and now Raquel with a clothesline. Raquel Gonzalez drops the elbow. Gonzalez now kicking down Dana Brooke. Raquel Gonzalez trying to get her up. Dana Brooke into a jawbreaker, knocks her back. Dana went for a slap. Raquel with a kick, and now Raquel with a clothesline to the back of the head. And I just remembered that Dana is also the name of my cat, so this is going to be very fun. She's going to be very confused by this one. As Raquel stomping on the back of Brooke. Raquel Gonzalez gets Dana Brooke back up to her feet. And Raquel with a slap to the face. There's another punch. Not named after the wrestler, just in case you're curious. She already had a name when we hit up. There's an elbow drop from Raquel. Raquel Gonzalez with another stomp. And for a clothesline, Dana Brooke turns it into a bulldog. Raquel rolls back to her feet. Clothesline. Raquel Gonzalez being a force of destruction in this matchup. Throws an elbow, but Dana Brooke gets her with a clothesline. And Dana gets slapped to the face. Raquel kicks her in the ribs, and Raquel pops her up. Raquel. Oh, trying to tap her out here. Dana Brooke might be forced to tap out. Raquel Gonzalez stretches her out. Dana Brooke is done for. Raquel Gonzalez dominates her way to that win. Raquel Gonzalez scores the big submission win. Big win there for Gonzalez. We got plenty more coming up on Raw tonight, though. Got more coming up. Raquel Gonzalez is back, and if it's her and Ripley at Mania, done. I don't care about the 24/7 rule. I don't care who comes after this hardcore championship. If you dare to cross me, you will see what happens to those who attempt to cross Veer Mahan. You will learn to fear fear. Veer Mahan issuing out a warning to the rest of the WWE roster, but now it is time to move into our second to last matchup of the evening. Big E making his way to the ring. We're going to fill the second to last slot inside the Elimination Chamber. Our main event will be Dolph Ziggler returning to action, where he will once again be defending the United States Championship. Big E looking to finally get the wheels spinning again. Get things going in his favor, looking to get back towards title contention after his falling out with the Hurt Business. And of course, he wants to put this Hurt Business deal behind him. He had his altercation with Lashley in the Rumble, and Lashley managed to eliminate him. So now Big E tonight looking to get himself into the Elimination Chamber challenge for the WWE Championship and show that with or without the Hurt Business, with or without the New Day, Big E is capable of big things. So Big E makes his way to the ring. His opponent, though, is the longest reigning WWE Champion in Universe Mode history. Robert Roode making his way to the ring. The Glorious One returned last week, and now tonight he looks to rekindle that flame. Gee, it's almost like him falling off the edge, going to the megastars after being WWE Champion, was going somewhere. Robert Roode making his way to the ring. The Glorious One is back, and he is one step away from challenging for the WWE title yet again. He is back in full form, and he is absolutely glorious. Robert Roode has made his way to the ring. Roode versus Big E one-on-one. What a matchup we're about to have here. Of course, Robert Roode, when he was WWE Champion, Big E was one of the names he defended against. Big E and Robert Roode one-on-one. This crowd doing the New Day rocks feet as if trying to tell Big E what he should do, what he needs to get himself back on track. As he gets Robert Roode up, and Robert Roode flips out of it. Roode, oh, look at this. German suplexes Big E. Roode seems to believe he is back in full form. As Big E gets him up on his shoulders now, and Big E with Roode drops him face first into the turnbuckle. Roode gets out of the way now, and Roode, there's a drop kick across the head of Big E into a double axe handle. And Roode, oh, gets clobbered. Big E getting fired up now, and Big E slams Roode into the mat. And a kick into the back now, and Roode getting back up to his feet. Elbow strike to Big E. Roode went for a chop. Big E now with a right hand. Big E grabs Roode, scoops him up overhead. Oh, Roode turns it into a DDT. Big E back to his feet, but Roode punches him in the face. And now Robert Roode getting Big E back to his feet. Goes for a kick. Big E into a clothesline. Big E with a punch to the back grabs Roode. There's an elbow, and Big E kicks him in the ribs. Big E, another elbow to Roode, connects, grabs onto him, and Big E with Roode puts him in the ropes, and Big E grabs onto him, scoops Robert Roode up. Oh my God, Big E, belly to belly, sends Robert Roode out of the ring and down to the floor. And now Big E, Roode gets out of the way and sends Big E crashing into the floor. Big E with a forearm. And now Roode gets Big E back to his feet. Spine buster on the floor. Referee at the count of 3 now as Roode gets back in the ring. Oh, here we go. Oh, look out, Roode. Big E back in the ring. Scoops up the former champion. Plants him with a Uranagi. Now Big E down in the ground and pound. Big E takes him down. There's a kick now. Big E coming off the ropes into big splash. Cover on Roode. 1, 2, no. Roode gets the shoulders up, and now Big E gets Roode back up to his feet, and Big E, notice he didn't do the New Day clap to try and psych himself up. Roode, glorious DDT. 1, 2, 3, no! Big E kicked out. Roode gets tackled by Big E. And now the former power lifter lets out a yell of excitement, a yell of adrenaline. Roode went for a clothesline. Big E grabs him. Big E with Roode over the top rope. Went for a right hook. Roode with a right hook of his own. And now Roode going up to the top rope. Robert Roode, double axe handle to Big E. Roode kicking him in the head. Big E grabs onto him, and Big E with Roode for another Uranagi. And now Big E grabs onto him, pulls Roode in. Oh, Roode flips over him. 1, 2, no, nearly got him. Roode with a chop now to Big E. Grabs onto him. Spine buster. 1, 2. Big E kicks out. Now Roode stomping on Big E, trying to kick him repeatedly. Big E grabs onto him now, and Big E belly to belly. Cover on Roode. Big E. 1, 2. Roode kicks out again. Big E trying to get a huge win over the longest reigning WWE champion. He grabs Robert Roode, pulls him back by the neck, and slams him into the mat. Big E coming off the ropes. Here we go. Roode got out of the way. Now both men back to their feet. Roode with another glorious DDT. 1, 2, 3. Robert Roode gets the win. Clean as a sheet. Robert Roode is back. And he is absolutely glorious. Big E, so close. But in the end, the glorious one has returned. And the spotlight shines on Roode. Is Robert Roode on the verge of becoming WWE Champion again? We'll find out soon. We got more coming up. Dolph Ziggler defends the U.S. title in our main event. Oh, hang on a minute. There's Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business. Alexander being set to do MVP's dirty work. With a lumbar check to Big E. And notice this time, Kofi and Woods aren't here. Main event up next. Well, on that note, it's now time for the main event. Here comes the United States Champion Dolph Ziggler looking for another title defense. Dolph Ziggler set to make another open challenge. He's been making open challenges pretty much week in and week out for that U.S. title, defending against all comers and being successful. He's beat the likes of DOMINIK DIJAKOVIC to retain that championship. He beat Big E to win it. Dolph Ziggler has been on fire since becoming the United States Champion. He's really had a career resurgence as of late, and we have no idea who he's defending against tonight, but what we do know is that he is set and ready to keep that U.S. title around his waist. Dolph Ziggler makes his way to the ring, so it could be anyone. Who's it going to be? Whoa, hang on a minute. Well, there's Sami Zayn here from SmackDown. Sami Zayn not part of the Monday Night Raw roster. He is part of Friday Night SmackDown. Sami Zayn making his way down to the ring. Hang on. Cut the music. Dolph. Look, man. This is nothing personal between you and I, alright? Something tells me that maybe, in the grand scheme of the multiverse, you and I both could have been Royal Rumble winners together one day. You and I both could have fought for world titles at WrestleMania out there in the multiverse. But, all that nonsense aside, I've been dealing with conspiracy after conspiracy against me on SmackDown for months now. I was screwed out of the World Heavyweight Championship by Seth Rollins. I was screwed out of the Intercontinental Championship by Randy Orton. And Randy Orton will face me. And he will face the consequences of his actions. But when he does so, we're going to do it for the United States title. Because I decided, when I heard you were making a little open challenge, that I'd book myself a flight off the WWE payroll, off the books, and I'd be the one to come here tonight and accept your challenge. So Dolph, challenge accepted. I'm here. Let's do this. Well, Sami, this open challenge is for anyone and everyone. So get your ass in this ring and let's do it. Well, guys, it's going down. Zayn and Ziggler both in the ring, and Ziggler getting in his corner, telling the ref to let Sami get his gear ready. So without any further ado, here we go. It is now main event time. Ziggler and Zayn. Dolph Ziggler gets scoop slammed by Sami Zayn, and there's a kick from Sami. Ziggler now punching Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn punches him in the face. Sami Zayn taking him down again with the repeated right hooks. I'd like to stress this again. Sami Zayn, not part of the Raw roster. This is not a trade. This is not a draft. Sami Zayn, he booked this appearance himself. He didn't go through WWE management to be here tonight. He heard there was an open challenge, and he accepted it and made sure he was going to get here. As Ziggler now dropping the elbows on Sami Zayn, drops him with a third one. Sami Zayn is down. Now Ziggler kicks him down, and Dolph Ziggler gets Sami Zayn back up to his feet. There's a chop. Zayn with a right hook. Sami Zayn now grabs him, kicks him in the ribs. DDT. I don't know what all of that nonsense Sami Zayn was saying about a multiverse where they both won the Royal Rumble and both got world title matches at WrestleMania. I have no idea what he's talking about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ask me on a podcast or a live stream. There's a chop now. Dolph Ziggler firing away. Dolph Ziggler grabs Sami Zayn. I'm getting my desk moved and probably have it moved by the time this video goes live, so I'll be live a lot more often. As Dolph Ziggler gets Sami Zayn back to his feet, chops him. And back, Sami Zayn grabs him, and Sami Zayn scoop slam to Ziggler. Sami grabs him down. Sami Zayn punching Ziggler in the side of the head. Sami Zayn takes him down. And now Sami Zayn grabs him and slams the arm into the mat. Sami Zayn, of course, a former Hardcore champion and a former SmackDown Raw Tag Team champion, excuse me. His friend El Generico, a former United States and Hardcore champion. And now Dolph Ziggler dropping the elbows on Sami Zayn, hits another one for good measure. And now Dolph Ziggler going up to the top, and Ziggler looking to fly, elbow drop, takes down Sami Zayn. Ziggler now gets Sami back up to his feet, and Dolph Ziggler with a chop and a right hook. Dolph Ziggler with another chop. Sami Zayn kicks him in the ribs. Sami grabs onto Ziggler now, and Sami Zayn, high-low, takes down Dolph. Now Sami Zayn grabs Dolph Ziggler by the leg, and Sami Zayn looking around the leg here. What is Sami thinking? Ties up the leg and drops the elbow onto it. Sami's got him down now, and Sami up to the middle rope. Sami Zayn, no! Ziggler got out of the way. Now Dolph Ziggler stomping on him. Ziggler with a clothesline takes Sami Zayn down, and Ziggler elbow drop into another, and a third. Sami Zayn is down. Ziggler now getting him back up to his feet, and Dolph Ziggler. There's a chop, knocks back Sami. Sami Zayn went for Blue Thunderbomb. Ziggler into a super kick. Falls into the cover. 1, 2, no! Ziggler now with a kick to Sami, knocking him down. Sami Zayn rolls back to his feet. Sami! Hurricane Rana to the U.S. champion. And now Ziggler gets caught. Sami Zayn goes for an exploder. Ziggler gets caught. Sami Zayn throws the champion out of the ring. Sami Zayn following him to the outside now, and Sami grabs onto him, and Ziggler elbow strike. Ziggler now runs back into the ring. Sami Zayn gets up into the ring. Ziggler with a right hook. And Dolph Ziggler went for an elbow. Sami Zayn catches him. Sami with a scoop slam again connects. Sami Zayn getting himself fired up here, and Sami Zayn goes over the top rope. Gets back into the ring. Ziggler with a right hook connects. Sami back. Sami with a kick now, and Sami Zayn firing away. Sami Zayn, tornado DDT. Ziggler goes down. Sami gets him back to his feet, and Sami Zayn with Ziggler. Oh boy, here we go. Win for Haluva kick. Ziggler kicks out the knee. And now Dolph. He gets caught. Sami Zayn gets him up on his shoulder. Ziggler, right hand into zigzag. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler retains the title again. God, that Blue Thunder Ramen Unit super kick was so smooth. Dolph Ziggler scores the win with a zigzag to Sami Zayn. Your winner, and still United States Champion, Dolph Ziggler. What the? Brian Cage, the Machine. A man who has a lot of history with Ziggler, jumping the US Champion. And dropping him with a drill claw. Brian Cage leaves the US Champion laying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now our main event of the evening. The ceasefire between Tommaso Ciampa and Triple H for the night. Tommaso Ciampa said he wanted a match with Triple H at WrestleMania. Triple H said he will do it under specific conditions. That first condition being that Ciampa faced an opponent of Triple H's choosing. So we're here tonight in the main event of Raw, where we are going to get more ground rules laid for the Ciampa Triple H WrestleMania match to make sure it happens. Triple H is going to be here tonight with SmackDown General Manager, ready to lay down some more rules with Tommaso Ciampa before they face off at WrestleMania, and to reveal Tommaso Ciampa's Elimination Chamber opponent. Tommaso Ciampa making his way down to the ring. Some very familiar attire here tonight. The attire he wore in the main event of SummerSlam Season 2 in his biggest World Championship defense. Some might even say the final title defense before Triple H started meddling in Ciampa's affairs. Bringing Randy Orton to SmackDown, not giving him a rematch after the cash-in, turning it after his rematch ended in a dusty finish, making it a triple threat instead of one-on-one, sending him to Raw. Triple H has had it out for Ciampa for a while. That's what a GM having it out for a star looks like. Plain and simple as that. Tommaso Ciampa makes his way to the ring now. Here comes the game. Triple H back on Raw after making a big announcement on SmackDown to the participants in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Triple H is here. The game has arrived. Triple H is here. It is time for the ceasefire between Ciampa and Triple H. Both men stepping into the ring. All right, Hunter. I'm here. I promised I'd be here. Keep your end of the bargain. Okay, Tommaso. I've kept my word and I'm here tonight. But we have some conditions to set. First, when I wear this suit, I am your boss. You lay a hand on your boss and you're fired. You're not coming back, and you don't get the WrestleMania match. Got it? Yeah, sure, whatever, deal. Good. Now then, on to our second bit of business. As per our deal last week, I don't care if you beat your Elimination Chamber opponent. I don't care if you beat them. All I need is for you to make it out of that match, still able to walk into WrestleMania, and I've told him that as well. But if that can't happen, you get no match. So let's hope your little neck holds up. I'm not even worried about you beating this opponent, because I know you can't. Yeah, cut the shit, Hunter. Let's get to the good part. You asked for it. Tommaso. Here comes the pain. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Ciampa looks ready. Ciampa's ready. Tommaso Ciampa's Elimination Chamber opponent is the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Lesnar coming down in a sea of pyro, and Tommaso Ciampa staring a hole through the Beast Incarnate. Lesnar. Ciampa's not backing down. If you all remember, in the lead up to Money in the Bank, Tommaso Ciampa was in a big 6-man tag match, and after the match, Brock Lesnar ran down and laid waste to everyone, and Tommaso Ciampa was the last man to stand between Brock Lesnar and the WWE Champion at the time. Ciampa throws a punch. Lesnar kicks him in the ribs. No, no, no. Lesnar! F5 to Ciampa! Brock Lesnar with an emphatic F5 to Tommaso Ciampa. Our match for Elimination Chamber is set. Thank you all for watching this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. I will see you all tomorrow night for AEW Buy-In. Until next time, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.